Like, comment, subscribe, and let's do this. Mark Higgins. Bro, it's the first time I'm seeing a car on the Isle of Man TT. That's insane.
Well, it's 2016 and this is our chance to drive the Pro Drive built SPI Subaru. Something we really dreamed about in 2011 when we started this project.
The sound of the transmission.
This car is very special. We've got not
Does this record still like hold to this day? Somebody put that in the comments.
We're lighter than before, and
I want to know.
The gearbox is a sequential type paddle shift gearbox, and we're probably running about 1,200 kilos. So
the sound of the sequential gearbox.
We've got probably about 3 miles to get the tyres up to temperature.
Sounds like heaven.
Like we did in 2014, and me get my head ready to go for the run.
I'm guessing he's still warming up the tyre.
Very warm, probably a little bit too warm for optimum performance in the engine. And this is actually our second time lap around the circuit, which was done on the Monday of TT week. Every time you go out, you're actually changing the setup of the car and just developing, because there's nowhere like the Isle of Man to test. And you can test on an airfield or a racetrack as much as you want, but there's nothing actually like the TT course.
Already over 100 miles per hour.
So we're getting quite close now to the last few bends. I'm just getting the feel again of the car. As you can see, getting plenty of heat into the tyres. And looking forward with anticipation for the start of the run.
Wait, I'm sorry for pausing, but I want to know, when they do that, like at the beginning of the races, is it to warm up the tires, or it's to get the feel of the car? Like, I don't get it, but I always see people doing it. But if you do know, please put that in the comments. But I always hear like it's to warm up the tires. In F1, from the F1 videos I've been watching, I'm guessing it's to like warm up the tires for more grip. But do put that in the comments to confirm or like tell me why, because maybe it's different here than it is to F1. So I want to know. But already, man, the speeds are insane. 140 before even doing anything, and it's in miles per hour. I don't know how fast that is in like kilometers per hour, but yeah, let's go.
This part of the circuit is very slow now. We've got one tight hairpin right, and once we go around that, we're basically on our flying starting lap.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. Woo-hoo! Those gear shifts!
So here we go, we're now accelerating for the flying start.
Man.
And we're just about to go across the start line now. We're on our lap.
At the starting line at 156
famous part for me is Bray Hill.
Miles per hour.
To 170 miles an hour now, which is definitely faster than before.
He is flying.
And again, building confidence through that. And that dip on the side does move the car around quite a bit. So we can't take that flat yet.
I do wonder though,
first big
like,
braking point.
Are you more fearful? Are you more scared if you're on a bike than a car?
Bit of oversteer there. Tyres probably a little bit cool. And one feature we got for this car, which makes it a little bit more interesting, is we've got DRS like a Formula 1 car.
Oh!
You'll actually see when the red light comes on, that's when we're activating it. And the more confident I got with the car, the more I could actually use the DRS to give us more top speed and reduce the drag.
Thank God I watched the F1 like videos.
Flat out now all the way to you.
I know what DRS is.
And this car was just a total pleasure to drive. You can carry a lot more corner speed. That's where we're getting our time. We're not actually going that much faster in terms of top speed, but we're getting to that top speed a lot faster. Lovely
Do
section
cars
through there,
come
little
here
bump
a
on the
lot?
inside. And now it gets really fast all the way to Greba. The only corner in the middle of that is Balagary, or Balascary, as we all name it.
Man, 170.
So again, getting up to 170 quite quickly. Little lift here and then tip it in. And because the car is so much faster everywhere, I can actually build up.
Man, I want to know, do cars like come here a lot, or was this a one-time thing? Because I always knew the Isle of Man TT as like a motorcycle race, because from the previous videos I've reacted to from the Isle of Man, but I didn't know cars do this. But I'm guessing it's a one-time thing. But I stand to be corrected though, so put that in the comments. Maybe, but if it's a record-breaking lap, then that should mean cars come here, right? But somebody who knows, please put that in the comments. I don't know.
Up every lap I get out, and I was hoping for another lap. And there's a few places where we could have edged a little bit more time, just with confidence in the car. You've got two chances on the TT course.
This is scary.
If you take it flat and it's not, you're in a lot of trouble. So you've actually got to build up to see what the car or the bike will actually do on those corners, and that just comes with time and experience. Flat out now, we've got a little jump, and we've got to be careful because at 170 miles an hour that car potentially could fly.
Yep.
So we're unsure what it's going to do over the jumps, so you've got to be
It could literally flip
when you're getting up to those speeds.
Like a NASCAR stock
down,
car.
just one gear, trying to get on the power, committed and nice and early.
Thank you, NASCAR. I know a lot of
And the
things
way this
now.
car changes direction is really, really great. The car sort of feels like part of me. You
Bro,
think it round the corner rather than actually steering it round the corner.
I always say that, like, you have to be in the zone, like,
and commit on the power.
one with the machine.
So very fast now, all the way to our next point, which is Balacrane.
But he's killing it, man. Because you don't have the luxury to be making
Heavy
mistakes
braking
here.
all the way down into third.
Basically, no hesitation.
Tricky little corner there, you've got to get right in on the inside. And now we get on to what is quite a good section for the car because it's there's quite a lot of corners, so we can gain a little bit of time with our corner speed through this lot, all the way to Glen Helen.
Bro, look at how narrow these roads are. They are so narrow. Like, I get it with a bike, the roads become sizable enough to, like, there is enough space for you to feel comfortable. But with a car, bro, it basically takes up the whole road. Like, I get that it's a two-way road, but you have to understand, like, roads in this part of the world, they're not that spacious, are they? So the scale you have to go at such speeds on these roads is just mind-blowing. Does Mark Higgins do like rally? Because this is rally type skill to do this on these narrow roads. Somebody put that in the comments because I don't know if I've seen him on a bike. I may be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Late apex. And one thing I've struggled with a little bit in 2014 was the gap between Gear 5 and Gear 6. The ratios and the engine power seem to really help this car, so I'm gaining a lot of time just in that upper end of the gearbox.
Straight
Change your gear with the
cut
paddle on the
gears.
right hand side, pull it back to go up the gears and push it away to go down, and it's a 6-speed gearbox.
Oh, it's a
very fast
6-speed.
change.
Does having more
Coming to
gears
Sarah's Cottage, a
give
very
you more top
big
end
climb. You
speed?
can't really see it on the TV. Difficult corner that, and now we start building power all the way up the hill again to get onto the next section.
Whoa!
Helicopter always comes into sight here, you can see that above.
Going at that speed uphill, I'd be scared. Man!
Scary corner at the end, just tips it in right.
He had his foot down there.
On the inside for us there. Just coming down now, got to be a little bit careful. We've got a flag
Flat
being waved
out.
for loss of adhesion. There's been a bike off and hit the barrier on the right. So they've had the oil flags out.
He's fast hurt.
Right, and the bike's still parked there.
It's insane how quick he's going. Basically, he's going in
Come up to the
flat
walls
out.
now, drop it down 1 gear, and I think we dropped it down 2 gears last time in 2014. And now flat out all the way to the top of the Garrow. I really do like this section.
This section is insane,
especially
is
in
what
this
I'm
car.
saying too. He's basically going in flat out majority of this section.
Curb jets out, and then you've got the compression at the bottom of the Garrow, and you get a real good thump going through here.
That
The
dip,
camera even moved at that point.
low key scary.
Tricky bend now, double apex right, flat left, and then a double apex left.
How much practice do you have to do before doing your like actual lap?
Coming into Kurt Michael.
Because
Always
by the
break
looks
through
of it,
here.
he knows this circuit
using
like it's
yellow
the
lines,
back of
you
his
see the-
hand.
Well, the impression of speed you get with
Man.
the proximity of the houses is really
It-
impressive.
It's always so crazy how they are racing at these
So
speeds
moving
near
around quite a bit
houses, near these buildings.
Look how close the people are on the left.
Man,
Got to get the car straight just before it goes over the jump,
this is insane.
and now really fast all the way down to the famous jump at Balaf.
Woo! Let
With
out.
170 miles an hour, these corners
He
are
is
really
not
nice.
lifting.
Just nick a bit of curb on the left-hand side on the next one.
Bro, did you see that? On that curb, like it almost like looked like he jumped off that curb.
Back up at 170 miles an hour, these corners are really nice.
That was
Just
crazy.
nick a bit of curb on the left-hand side on
Here.
the next one.
Oh my god.
As you can hear from this car, it does sound amazing, and it's also revving quite a lot higher than the previous car. We're up to about 8,500 RPM, which is
Oh,
quite a
he
lot
has
for
done
turbo
this
engine.
before. 2014, I heard him say.
And we can't jump it too high here because of the bodywork on the car. But you're losing time in the air anyway, so as soon as she's back on the ground, back on the power and flat out, all the way to Balacry.
Basically, flat out majority of the circuit.
This next corner feels really good. It's a flat out left-hander.
Woo!
Car takes off. And then we tip it into quarry bends, which is a series of right, left, right.
Man, he really knows this track.
Pulling quite good G there. Nice change of direction, and that's something this car does so much better than the production-based car as well. Now, although we've got a little bit more power than before and a massively better chassis,
Basically,
you could still afford to have a little bit more top speed.
it tops
here,
out
which
at
brings us a little bit closer to
175
the
miles
bikes.
per hour.
They're topping out at just under 200 miles an hour, and as you can see, we're just getting just over 170. Braking down here at Sulby, feels like you're doing 2 miles an hour, so you've got to be really careful to get the apex. Bit of oversteer on the out.
I wonder how much adrenaline, like I'm sorry for pausing, but I wonder how much adrenaline is going through your body when you're doing this. You basically become one with the machine because And you cannot hesitate. That's the thing about it. You have to go fast. If you hesitate, you might go into an accident. But if you go slow, you're not going to achieve what you want. Man, this is such an insane race, bro.
Side of the corner.
I wonder
And
if
now we
this
get into the
record
bumpy
still
section from
holds.
Ginger Hall all the way to Ramsey. Car bouncing around quite a bit.
That was so
Bit of a
close
kick on
to
the
that
bump there. That was
wall.
quite nasty, and
That
Blake
was so
Simmons had a hell of a
close.
hard time hanging on all the way through here.
It kind of made me uncomfortable. Flat out. Flat
Back up
out.
to 170 again.
Hey.
Chuck her into the left, bang on the power early. Coming up now is the Conker Tree, which jits out a little bit on the left. And then we've got a nice series of a right, left and a right, and heading towards Ramsey.
Whoa.
Car moving around a little bit there. Still good corner speed. This next corner's great, small jump, and then flat out straight into the next turn right-hander.
Whoa. That was so close to the wall.
We've got the famous Ramsey bus stop, which we run a little
Bro.
bit wide into around this left. And then real hard braking all the way down into second gear for Ramsey.
I wonder, like, when you're doing stuff like this, what is your family thinking? Is your family panicking? Like, have they accepted, like, yeah, that's what he does, man. Man, if this was my family member, I know I'd be panicking, like, all the time. Because this is crazy. This is not normal,
Parliament Square.
man. But then again, he's a professional. There's that.
A little bit of oversteer, but not too much. Always feels great going sideways, but unfortunately it's not great for the lap time. Now the climb starts.
Downhill.
Curve on the inside.
But this pace, man, it looks nice.
Now into first gear around the Ramsey hairpin. Now the heat had just started to give us a little bit of understeer with the car. On our very first run,
So green.
we had an oversteer balance. We changed it for this lap and probably went a little bit too much the other way. So there was a little bit more time to come from the balance.
This car is so twitchy. It's so snappy.
Really steep now, going all the way up to the gooseneck.
But I guess it has to be, right? If you're going to make these turns, it has to be turning quick. How old is this guy?
Big bit of understeer there, pushed to the outside, and had to come out of the gas quite early.
Woo! He is ripping it. Whoa!
Now,
Do you
even
know how
climbing the mountain,
insane
really
this
happy
is?
with our speed, and that was definitely an area we could gain on the previous attempts. You can see how much quicker this car accelerates from the 120 right the way through to 170.
This is crazy. And you could just roll off the hill. I've seen one video where a guy fell off like
The last right hand
the
before we got a
hillside,
bit of a break on the mountain mile.
and that
Always
was
see the
crazy.
helicopter at this point. You can see it on there on the right. And the nature of the course, as you can see all the way around, is rights and lefts, and then there's probably about 5 big right-handers that
Is
link
he
it to
going
make it a lap.
uphill? I can see like the elevation.
So the tyres aren't really getting mega warm. There's no
Yeah,
big
it's an
loads,
uphill
it's
thing
always very, very high-speed corners. A lot of people comment that a bike is always not quite as fast as a car around a race circuit, but the Isle of Man is different to most race circuits because of the speed and the lack of tight corners.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the top of the mountain mile. Big long left, right, left.
And he's still going up.
And now we start dropping downhill a little bit towards.
Is the Isle of Man like a place where there's a lot of hills, or it's flat, just flat for the most part of it? I want to know. Put that in the comments too. But where is this guy from? I want to know. What's his nationality? Mark Higgins. Sounds American though. I don't know, but he might be British. From the accent, he might be British.
Our next sort of time point, which would be the bungalow. Big long right-hander. Had a little lift there. That's where Connor had his big accident a few years ago.
The view is insane though.
You can see the windscreen is starting to get quite covered with flies. Wasn't too bad at this time of day.
When was the last time you saw that?
Like the wipers, because it could actually make it
flies
worse,
on the windscreen of a car. This used to happen a lot, but it's not so common nowadays. I don't know why.
Had a great board up there, somebody showing P1. We were the only car on the circuit, so I thought that was quite funny.
It kind of feels nostalgic seeing that on the windscreen of the car.
Nasty left. Don't really like that corner. And now we're heading all the way down for the last sort of sector of the lap. Real nice feeling on these three left-hand corners.
Man, the way he gets so close to these walls. It's unnerving.
Up a gear from last time. 5th gear. And again, just picking a bit of understeer, we'll just run wide and just get the wheel on the grass there.
Yeah, he's British, right?
No drama.
Understeer. The way he
very difficult
pronounces
to get the car pulled
U's.
across to the right-hand side before the next left. You're travelling so fast, it's 170, and you definitely don't want to get that one wrong.
He is moving.
Next is Kate's Cottage.
Downhill, downhill.
Car moves around a bit there, and now flat out down to the correct.
You can actually see how fast he's going on the downhill. They really like.
And you know it's going well when people are
put
waiting,
it into
which definitely helps.
Perspective.
Around the Craig.
How fast he's going.
And now really fast down to Brandish, which is the big long left-hander.
Woo-wee! Let out!
Getting back up at 170, 175 there. I sort of put the wheel on the grass, but I'm not sure if it's the best way. You might be better keeping it all on the tarmac, because it does move the car around. Hilbury, big bump on the inside. Car moves about a bit there.
This is crazy.
And now coming all the way around to side post. Get a real good buzz on these three lefts. You can see the car moving quite a lot and load of steering input there.
Oh, that was a little bit of a jump there. But I didn't see it on the road.
Can't mess up now. We've had quite a good lap. And I've got split times coming to me, and I know it's looking pretty good. And in all fairness, my last sector was probably my worst, so there was a bit more time to come out of that.
Oh, I was about to talk. Let me let it just finish.
I've got real tight right-hander, gives me a chance to give the handbrake a little pull.
Whoa! That was cool, that was crazy. Hey, I'm sorry, I have to see that again. I gotta see that again. That was cool.
In point.
Quick, too.
I've got real tight right-hander, gives me a chance to give the handbrake a little pull.
That was cool.
DRS wide open again. And here we go for the line. And there we have it. Lap around in 2016 at an average speed of 128.7 miles an hour.
Crazy. Absolutely mental. 17 minutes, 35 seconds. Oh my god. That's so mental. Like, I cannot believe, like, we're literally walking the earth with people like this, man. I cannot imagine or even picture myself, like, doing something like this. Usually I'd see someone doing something and I think, oh, with a bit of practice, I'd probably do something similar to that. But this, I don't think in a million years I'd do something like this. Like, even being in a normal production car, going at 100 kilometers per hour, it's kind of scary to me. So I cannot imagine going at 170 miles per hour, because I think that's a whole lot faster. That's in the 200s of kilometers. So that's insane, bro. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. I didn't know Isle of Man TT had cars and, like, doing laps there. But hey, man, I guess you learn something every day. But if you want me to react to more Isle of Man TT videos that I haven't reacted to, put the links to the specific videos in the comments and I'll get to those videos and react to them. And on that note, thank you for watching and I'll catch you on the next one.